We now have a new entry into the Hall of F Around and Find Out. It appears the founder of Students for Trump, a 25-year-old going by the name of John Lambert, has been sentenced for 13 months in prison for being a scam artist. Now, the reason I say John Lambert is because he also went by another name, Eric Pope. You might be familiar. Now, before being sentenced, District Judge Valerie Caproni denounced him as a, quote, cold-blooded fraudster. Now, for those of you who might need a refresher on who this person is, Lambert was basically somebody who was cosplaying a lawyer with no experience. He ended up targeting individuals with little experience seeking legal advice, which netted him about $46,654, while, of course, obviously doing nothing for them in return. There's supposed clients. I mean, what could he do? Guy's not a lawyer, not in real life. He's got no experience, no training, no background in law or anything. He's a fake. He's a fraud. A phony. Not a real lawyer. And so, of course, in order to trick his marks, the 25-year-old Lambert posed as somebody named Eric Pope of the Manhattan-based firm Pope and Dunn, and falsely claimed to be a graduate of the New York University School of Law, a finance degree from the University of Pennsylvania, with 15 years of experience in corporate and patent law. So he's basically just as good as Trump's lawyers. True, but he didn't butt dial anybody or fart in the courtroom. He and the classmate, Ryan Fournier, founded Students for Trump, which ran a Twitter account apparently featuring photos of bikini-clad women and showed themselves at political events while students in 2015 at Campbell University in North Carolina. Fournier, for his part, was listed as a co-conspirator in the fraud suit, but had flipped on him and reached a cooperation agreement with prosecutors. So immediately flipped. Oh, yeah, no, feds, cooperation. Let's do it. Because, of course, this guy, born fraudster, bilking people out of cash, delivering nothing in return. Ironically, just like his hero, Donald Trump. Again, one of the founders of Students for Trump. Love this guy. Wow. However, unlike Donald Trump, he actually gets held accountable for his actions. He was, wasn't born with money. And so he was never going to get far, unlike rich people in our system who are pretty much able to, they're able to get away with basically anything, scamming regular people, especially. One victim, for example, expected help with the credit problem. Well, that person was screwed over, obviously, with Judge Caproni saying, quote, Mr. Lambert took his money, did nothing. Mr. Lambert did not even have the common decency to make up an excuse and tell the victim to go and hire a different attorney. Or hell, he could have even hired an attorney himself with some of the money that he was getting paid. It still would have been illegal, but, he could have at least done that and got some legal advice on this to them, at least try to help this person. But no, I mean, obviously you should have been like, I'm a fraud, I'm a fake. Here's all your money back. Go and hire a real lawyer. That's what should have happened. And so the guy's total trash. Garbage. As for Lambert, here's what he said to the judge. Quote, I lost focus on who I was. My ignorance was a disrespect to the law and my country. My life will be forever marked by this poor choice at a young age. I don't believe him. Of course I don't believe him. Why would I? I think, look, 13 months. So it's just over a year for fraud. I don't know, what the normal sentence is for, fraud cases like this. But think about it this way. You get somebody like this, obviously white, conservative, and, he goes to jail for just over a year, probably gets let out early for, good behavior, something like that. Compare that to a black kid who gets busted with drugs. And then you got those mandatory minimums that kick in. Yeah, of course. And so you end up having people who, do nonviolent crime that doesn't actually hurt anybody else, possession of a plant or possession of drugs, that go to prison for far longer than somebody like this, who actually did do material harm to other people in the form of screwing them over out of their money. So, yeah, in jail for life. There are absolutely those who are. And this is while, by the way, marijuana is being legalized across the country. So, yeah. I mean, yes, he's going to go to prison. You can only hope that if he does, learns this lesson, maybe comes out a better person. I doubt that's going to happen, given how our prison system actually works. It's more about punishment and rehabilitation. Odds are that he'll either come out the same or he'll come out worse. He'll still probably be a conservative Trump supporter. He might find Jesus in prison, and maybe will likely be accepted back in that group. It happened with Dinesh D'Souza, who, was immediately accepted back in conservatism. It's not like we haven't seen that one play out before. We absolutely have. And so, yeah, I don't have a lot of faith that this is really going to do anything other than, a little bit of a setback, and then it's back to screwing people over. Yeah, we'll have to see. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.